Today, Elisha and I are going to try to survive, try to do some things on this planet that we've been lost on. We are playing Vantage. This is the new one from Stonemaier Games. And this is a game probably unlike you've ever played. Now, there are some games that are sort of in a similar vein. If you've played things like Seventh Continent, Seventh Citadel, some of the Red Raven stuff, this game is going to push similar buttons. It's in large part very much feels like a very sandboxy, choose your own adventure. We've played it a few times. Well, you've played it once. I've played it a couple more times. And every time is wildly different. And we're experiencing new things in the game that we've never experienced. We are literally crash landed on a planet. We're going to go through some of the setup, although just so you know, we have it mostly set up right now. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Jules the Captain.
Jules the Captain. This is the blue character, and I'll kind of walk you through how we set the things up. I'm Emmeline the Scholar, so I'm orange. All the different colors are associated with different categories of actions. Blue is move, but you're going to see a lot of different types of movement in the game, and orange is engage. So to start things, we start here on this book. The game pretty much, after you read the rule book, you can kind of go just by reading here and following the directions. This one kind of gives you the setup. Weeks after receiving a mysterious signal from the Traveler. The Traveler is this entity of some kind that we sometimes might hear in our heads. We are going to crash land and create this dice pool. These are the challenge dice that we'll be rolling. You'll see more about that in a second. Then you move on to step 2. It says each player gains a different skill. We get these skill tokens. We each chose a skill. This is where she chose blue and I chose orange, which also dictated which characters we pulled out of the box. There's a big box here off camera filled with an insane number of cards. Then we decided to play on the daring level. That basically just dictates where we put our health, our morale, and the time we have. Each of us have each one of those tokens, and if any one of those tokens ever gets down to 0, we might trigger the end of the game, and not in a good way. I don't think that's when we succeed. That's probably when we fail. And then finally down here 4, it says the first player gains 2 skills at random. So I took these skill dice, I rolled them up, and I got 2 random colors. I took those skill tokens, so I got even more skill tokens, but this also decided what mission we were going to get. And this one ended up being 1587,
Yep.
which is right here. It was a red and a yellow, which I got red and yellow tokens. And that mission is to attain great wealth. This mission card goes right here, and these offer some additional actions that we could take on our turn if we wanted to.
Yep.
In this case, we have to have a total of at least 10 credits, which is the money in the game. And in parentheses, it says plus 5 per player. We discussed this off camera. We're going to interpret that meaning we have to have at least 10 total plus 5 per player. So we're going to say 20 at least. We may misinterpret that, but it'll just be harder for us. And this is going to be a way where we can succeed. If we do that at any time, we're going to read something in a particular book associated with this numbered card, and we'll have completed our mission. Along the way, we might get some destinies. I might get a destiny. She might get a destiny. We might get destinies. That's another way you can win the game. You can accomplish your destiny. There's also an ultimate way you can win the game where you accomplish your destiny and accomplish your mission. I don't know if we're going to bite off that much to try on camera here. And we're going to play, by the way, as much as we can. We don't know how long this will go. The game can be very short. It can go longer. At 2-player, it should be relatively short. But that's the gist of it. After we do that, it instructs us to go over to the back of the Book of Secrets, which is location 1. And again, this is sort of on the ship. It says the ship malfunctions. You have mere seconds to escape. And then down here it explains, each player gains a different skill. So yet again, we get 1 more skill. This is, I think, brought me up to 4. It brought her up to 2. Mm-hmm. We get even more in a second. Spoiler alert. So we choose a skill, and in this case, this is going to determine what location we started at, kind of. We all get a card that looks very similar to this with a different number based on the skill that we chose. And we all had to choose different skills. And at the bottom of that card, it says the same thing to everyone. It says, your escape pod seals tight, ejecting towards the planet in a completely different direction from the others. Gain 2 random skills, so we rolled these dice again, and crash onto the matching location. Then we keep this card in our little holder so that people around the table can't see the backs of our other cards. But my card brought me to location 245, which I placed right here. I will read what this says. No, I'm sorry, 244. I have not seen 245. 244 is kind of a forest. You're seeing it on screen, but Alicia is not seeing it. You're not supposed to look at each other's cards, but you can describe them as much as you want. I'm in this forest with a ton of trees. It looks like it's dark. There's some lanterns, and there's these glass spheres that looks like there's maybe something going on inside. And then at the bottom it says, a nearby sentient is busy inside a fortified glass orb. And sentients are just life forms in this game. Any life form in the game is referred to as a sentient. Yeah. What is your location?
My location is 140. And so mine doesn't necessarily describe like David's did. I've got a speech bubble which would indicate that the traveler is narrating to me and says, to the north is a remarkable tuning fork for energy sentients to distribute their energy across great distances. To the south is a long hike along a rocky shore.
So the cards are going to, both visually and with something like that, maybe some of the other text, going to give you some ideas of the different things you could do, the different directions you can go, but some other things on the cards. You'll see in the lower right-hand corner, I'm showing you mine right now, there's a list of the different types of actions you can take specific to this. And again, at the top is the blue one. This is the movement action. In my case, it's hide, so I could decide to hide here. In the top right-hand corner is sort of a compass rose pointing north, south, east, and west. These are the places you can depart to if you want to depart. Generally, when you're at a location, you can do, in most cases, just one of the things in the lower right, and once you do that, you're not allowed to do any of the others. There are some ways that restriction is taken away. And then you'd have to depart. So, with that said, are we ready to start?
Let's play.
Okay. Before we start, a couple other actions we can take. In addition to the ones on the mission, our characters even have some actions we can take. And a big part of this game, especially when you're first starting to play it, is like, well, I don't know what this does. Well, if that's the case, just try. You'll find out. Part of the game is discovery, and the early rounds of this game, or the early sessions of this game, is going to have you kind of learning what the game has to offer. For instance, my guy has a purple master, a orange buy, and a green equip. Again, I don't know what those things mean, but maybe he has some equipment that he can equip. I don't know, so I might try some of these things. Shall I start?
Go ahead.
As the first player? Okay. So I can hide, I can inspect, I can interact, I can assist, and access, or shatter. Shatter sounds a little aggressive.
Sure. And
we
so
just landed on this planet. I don't think I want to go up to Glass Orb and just start breaking things.
All right.
Another thing on our characters, there are space for challenge die. You're going to see exactly how those work in a second. But why I'm pointing it out right now is I'm orange and I have a space for orange challenges. So I'm going to choose interact in this case. So what Alicia does in this case is I'll say, I'm going to interact on 244. Interact is the orange action. So I will give her the orange booklet. She's going to look up 244 in there and interact. So it should be the orange action. And she's going to read a small portion of that to me and describe the challenge, and then I'm going to roll some dice.
All right.
What's it say?
244, you're going to roll 4 challenge dice. Interact with the orb's exterior.
With the orb's exterior. Okay, so here's where the skill tokens come into play too. I happen to have 2 of the orange skill tokens. Alicia has 1. The skill tokens, we're in communication with each other, even though we're on vastly different parts of the planet. So these tokens represent, if you're going to share them with other players, sharing your knowledge to make them better at what they're going to do. So theoretically, I could discard these 2, she could discard that 1, and we could take that challenge down from 4 to 1. I don't think it's necessary to do that right now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to spend my 2, I think. I'm going to spend my 2 to take it down to 2. Now,
All right.
the challenge is 2. I'm going to roll 2 of the challenge die, and you'll see what happens. You'll always succeed in what you're doing.
Oof.
So I rolled 2 of the morale. If I can't do anything with these dies, meaning I can't mitigate them in any way, I'd simply have to move my morale down 2. That's not great. But I have places to put the die. Like I said, I have a space here for an orange challenge, which is what this is. So I could put one here. And when I do, this one happens to give me a boost token. The boost token is going to collect on my character card. There are going to be other cards that do the same thing, but in this case, it goes on my character card. You can use those boost tokens to do a number of different things. And now we don't have to deal with that decrease to morale. And then I have another star. I could place it on my other star, which I think I will because Alicia's is also a star. This little icon in the upper right-hand corner that you see, the little lightning bolt, means that on another player's turn, they can place dice on that space with your permission. In this case, I think I'm just going to go ahead and fill my card with the other star. What this means is I've successfully mitigated the challenge dice. I've succeeded. I was always going to succeed, but my morale doesn't go down at all. So now, Alicia, tell me what happens.
All right. The outside of the orb is a message board. You may read what other travelers have posted about this area and help other wayward travelers by visiting orb.stonemeyergames.com. Gain 1 boost.
Okay. This sounds a little bit like Drink Your Ovaltine. No, we're not prepared for this. So we'll be right back in a second because I need to get my phone so we can look that up. What was it again? Orb?
It is orb.stonemeyergames.com.
All right. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It said gain 1 boost, so I get yet another boost. And whenever a storybook tells you to gain a boost, you're always generally going to put that on your character unless the storybook says otherwise. And I don't know if I want to ruin this for you. One of the things we want to do is give you an idea of how this game plays, but I don't want to necessarily spoil too much some of the locations, although if you read the description or saw the thumbnail, you know that there's going to be some spoilers in this playthrough. But this says location 244. I went to that part of the website. It says there is a recent comment from a fellow adventurer at this location. And then it gives me a comment.
Now, is this actually from like somebody else who's played the game?
So at this point, I don't know if it is. It looks like there's a place below where you could leave a comment. My guess is there's another way to interact with the orb that would allow you to do that. But if you've ever played like Dark Souls or Bloodborne or any game like that, when you see like writing on the ground, I think this is very similar to that because there's a way of, you can't write whatever you want. It looks like there's a way of building a sentence. And I'll just tell you. So if you don't want this spoiled, yeah, don't listen. But my guess is in the future, after people have had a chance to play the game, there's going to be more comments. This is probably one that they just have to start with. It says, east of here, help the location. It's very vague, and that's the way you build these things. It uses very vague phrases that you can kind of cobble a comment together.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm left with here. It says, east of here, help the location. So, and that's my turn. So it didn't say continue, right?
No, it did not.
So that is the end of my turn. It's going to go over to Alicia. Usually you're just going to take one action. Sometimes the action at the end might say you may continue. If it does, you could effectively just take another action and, do more. But what are you doing? And remind us what you're looking at a tuning fork?
So my location, it looks like I've crashed on like a beach, sort of a rocky shore. And then there's a tuning fork, which is kind of like a stone tuning fork. And there's like this pink energy that's sort of humming in between those two those
prongs. The prongs
tuning
of the tuning fork.
Here we go. It's all right. I got this. Okay, so anyway, again, the traveler is sort of narrating to me that the north is a remarkable to the north is a remarkable tuning fork. This is too hard for me. For energy sentients to distribute their energy across great distances. To the south is a long, hiking, rocky shore. Okay. again, similar to David, I've got sort of directionals, and then I've also got some action items here. I think what I'm going to do...
What are the options?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, no. I can wander, listen, inspire, build, bathe, or trap. Am I stinky? Like, what's up with the bathe?
It's very interesting because
I
some
guess
of
if
these
I'm at the
words,
beach.
yeah, it's not very clear what you. There's no should do, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think any option is going to do something for you. It really just lets you define what's going to happen. So, what are you going to do?
I think I'm going to wander just because
And what color is that? Is that
it's
blue?
blue. It was going to be either that or listen, considering it's a tuning fork. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wander, which is a blue action. So 140.
All right,
in the
I will
blue
get
book.
the blue book. Now, so if you didn't notice, there's a color book for each of the 6 different categories with tons and tons of entries. So
Yeah.
I got the movement one, and it's, what's the 140?
140.
So 140 and wander
Yeah.
is, it says wander around the area, not terribly descriptive.
Okay.
It is a challenge of 1, so it's just 1 die.
Okay.
So you could get rid of a blue token and not roll any die.
I mean,
Or
it's
you
just
could just,
one die.
yeah, I think it's safe.
I think I'm good. Watch, it'll be like the worst roll ever. Not bad.
It's not bad.
So this is a setback.
Yeah.
So basically you're just putting it back because once you've moved all of these from either your cards or this penalty area, then they get washed and put back. And so you're trying to deplete this from this area. But because I rolled a setback, it goes back. And there's
Yeah.
really no penalty.
Not a big penalty. It just delays, like Alicia said, us getting
Resetting
the
the
card.
die.
Like my card is filled with dice right now, so I can't help her. I can't help me with my
Right.
cards. One of the things we're going to want to do is get more cards because more of the cards allow you to do more of those
space
things.
and-
Okay, you ready to know what happens?
Let's hear it.
Wander around the area. Other than the small critters who have made this cliffside area their home, this seems like an excellent place to build a business. Oh, and we want to make money.
That's true.
So building a business, this is a good choice. Build a business. Then it says gain 1 help and continue. So when it says 1 help, and that's in green here, you will get a green token and continue. So you basically
I
start
get
right
to
there at
do
140 to do more.
Fantastic. Build a business on a random beach near a tuning fork?
I mean, the location.
I mean, I feel like I'm going to build a surf shop or something. All right.
Maybe.
Maybe. Or a music shop.
Are you going to build?
I am going to build. That is one
mean,
of
it
the
kinda
actions
told
that
you-
I know.
Can I have the green book?
I guess.
All right, build and remind me again, it's a 140?
140.
All right, build 140. Build a business along the shore. Are you Sally? Are you going to sell seashells?
By the
can't
seashore?
I can't even. I shouldn't have even made that joke.
We should cut this out.
140. It's a challenge of 2. Build a business along the shore. Oh, and you
Okay.
have green if
I
you wanted
do
to mitigate
have-
it by 1. But you don't. You do you.
I'm just going to go ahead and roll 2.
Oh,
I know.
feeling spicy.
Feeling frisky. All right.
All right, not bad.
This one's a nothing. And this one is the morale.
It is the
Okay.
morale, and you have a
I
place
do have
for
a
one
space
of
for
them.
it, so I'm going to go ahead and put it there.
All right, and that's that. It says you sketch out a few ideas of what you might make. Building a business takes some time.
You got to
It's not
have...
going to happen overnight, everybody. It's certainly not going to happen in our first turn, apparently. Gain blueprint 1298. All right.
Blueprints? Just kidding.
Blueprints. Oh boy, don't get us started on that. This is what you're going to be doing a lot of the game. It's going to reference something else, and I have to go back. Did I say 1298?
I don't know. I was making jokes.
140. And you're going to get new cards out of that. That's not even the right book.
Is it? Oh, no, you're right. It was the green.
140. Bill 1298. So we're going to get a blueprint. 1298. Let's see here. There is, I can't remember. Well, of the small cards, there's 1,708 of them.
Dang.
1298 is this blueprint right here. Why don't you let everyone know what it is?
All right. I got a service blueprint. Assemble a building. Lose this card and gain the casino,
Oh.
the well, the theater, the tavern, the school, or the training grounds.
Oh, and that's an action. So that
Right.
card has an action on it. So on a future turn, she could just take that action, although it's a green 5.
It's pretty rough. But
Nice
Yeah,
call, saving the
exactly.
2 green tokens. Now, when you get a card like that, you're going to add it to your grid. The grid starts with your character who's in the middle of it, and it's ultimately going to be a 3x3. So she put the card right there. She'll have another one right here, 3 and 3 there. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That was it for you, right?
no more continues?
No more continues. You can't get everything done in one day.
Fine.
So now it is back to me. I'm still at 244, but I can't do any of the actions because I already took one of the actions. So I am going to depart. And if you remember, the message I found said something, I can't even remember, said something
east.
about going east and helping a location. So I'm going to go east. And on my card, it's a maneuver to 403. So when it has a number like that, you're simply going to go again back to the box and get the card. So I've got 403, but whenever you move, even when it shows a number, you have to roll 1 challenge die. Whoop. So I rolled a heart. I have no place. Oh no, I can't use it on yours. So unfortunately, that's going to go down here to the penalty area, and I'm going to lose a health. That signifies that it was just tough. I hurt myself while I was maneuvering.
Bumped your knee?
But I got to 403. So I'm
Okay.
going to replace that and put it right there. 403. And that is effectively my turn, but I'm going to go ahead and describe the location. I'm all of a sudden in what looks like kind of a snowier area, away from the forest and approaching a fenced area that looks like a chain link fence with a building. And it says, at the top of a snow-capped mountain, a chain link fence bars you from a mysterious facility. And that's what I've got. It says scale, track, persuade, repair, disarm, or cut. So more on that on my next turn.
Ugh. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take
You're
this
gonna
action.
go ahead and start building?
I mean, it's what I said I should do.
All right.
Right?
I like it.
So I get to assemble a building. So I would discard this and I would gain either a casino, well, theater, tavern, school, or training grounds. Now, given that we have a goal of making money.
The training grounds doesn't sound money-making.
No, or a school.
The school doesn't sound money-making.
Unless it's
a
Ivy
private
League. A
casino.
theater?
No.
No.
I think casino, and you said the other one was a trading?
A well or a tavern.
Oh, a tavern. I'd say tavern or casino would be my guess. But it's you. You're the one building it.
Bar
And you
by
have to
the
roll
beach?
5 die, maybe.
Yeah. Bar by the beach or
What's it going to be?
my own Taj Mahal. I think if we're looking to make money, I think we should do a casino.
All right. I
'Cause
like
the
it.
house always wins.
If we're the
or
house.
I get to gamble.
Yes.
Which is also sounding
If
fun.
we get to gamble, that's all you're going to be seeing us do for the rest of the game.
Dunzo.
All right.
So
yep.
5 die. Whoosh. I've got 2.
I've
and
got
then-
1. If you want to, I'm all for dumping all 3 of these
Okay.
because we don't have many places to put dice.
That's
like
fair.
you have 1 space and it's for a
Exactly.
blue die.
And we've got a lot to go.
So we're getting rid of 3 total green tokens, so she can only roll 2, and hopefully she rolls some blanks.
All right. Whoop. I got another
2 setbacks.
2 setbacks.
So
okay.
not horrible. Nothing bad happens to us, and you succeed. So what were you going to build?
Casino is 1271.
1271.
And then you can have that back in the box.
All right. Getting the
I'm
casino.
excited.
And the casino's likely to have maybe some other actions on it. Now, when you build something, you're going to build it to the side of your grid.
Oh, okay.
It's not really it's associated with this location. So yeah, it's going to be kind of attached to 140, if you will.
Okay. So when placed, I get a boost.
All right.
And then it says, I can use this structure only while I'm on its location of origin.
Yeah,
so does that
140.
mean 140? So,
Yeah, so just place it next to your play area.
all right.
The boost is going to go on this card. So what's it
Oh.
say at the bottom there?
It just says that I can only
Oh,
use
you can
it.
use one of these actions. I see.
I see. Okay, but
What are the actions?
it is balance, study, play, praise, acquire, or duel.
Ooh. Play
But-
sounds good.
So I feel like I'm going to do a lot of what's going on here while I'm at its location of origin.
Yeah. So that's it for you, right?
Yes.
You built. Okay, back over to me. I'm at this facility. There's the fence. There's the building. I can scale the fence, track. I can persuade, disarm. So disarm is interesting because I'm guessing maybe the fence is like
It's either scale it or
a
disarm
security.
it.
Yeah, but disarm is yellow, and I've got the 2 yellows.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm not going to do anything on this location quite yet. I'm going to equip.
Ooh, maybe you'll get something that Klein said.
So we need the green book,
Okay.
and it's equip 1437. So this is my character's card, and I'm equipping. I don't know what this is going to mean.
All right. It is a challenge of 4.
Oh,
Equip your notebook. Perform this action at most once per game.
okay. So this is a one-time thing. So I'm going to get a notebook out of it. Hopefully. Ooh. If I roll,
What color is it again?
it's green.
Oh, ooh, sorry.
Whew. Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of time, sir.
So all of them go down here, and we have 3 time. 1, 2, 3. We're playing probably a little riskier than we should.
A little fast and loose.
I got in the gambling state of mind when we built the casino. We need to go about this a little bit more cautiously, though. But again, like I said earlier, this is one of the things you're going to learn when you're playing this game. But we'll try to stretch this out as long as we can so you can see more gameplay. But that was my turn. So I get what card?
You get a notebook that has always helped you process your thoughts in writing. Gain item 1301.
1301. 1301. It is a notebook. I don't get a boost when I place it, but I'm going to place it right here in my grid.
Oh,
It's got places for dice,
That's
for
true.
sure. A place for a blue action, heart, a purple action, time, and another engage action, which gives me a boost. And then at the bottom, I can spend 2 boost off of this card to gain an orange token or gain my first personal objective, whatever that is. So that's my turn.
All right.
What are you going to do? You're still at your original location, too.
I'm
You're going to do
still
some
at
stuff
the
over
beach.
there.
I'm going to do some stuff at the casino. So again, I've got balance, study, play, praise, acquire, or duel. Let me see. Ooh, acquire is yellow. If somebody wants to help me out with
Acquire.
yellow.
I do have yellow if you want to
do.
acquire. I don't know what you're going to acquire. That
I mean,
could be
hopefully
good,
it's
though.
money. So let's go acquire yellow 1271, sir.
1271. All right. 1271 acquire.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge of 2, and you're acquiring the. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
It's
not
not money.
Dang
Acquire
it.
the knowledge necessary to design games.
Okay.
So it's a challenge of 2. Do you want at least 1 help?
Yes, let's do at
Okay.
least one.
And then roll a die? I mean, you're still in good shape.
You
I am
know-
not. I need.
Go ahead and keep it. I'll roll 2 since I'm in pretty decent shape. I know we're playing fast and loose, but
I mean, the worst it can do is just knock you down to
a couple. Okay.
a
so
time.
a nothing and a time. I can't do anything with this one.
No, I can't either. So your time
And-
goes down.
All right, just one.
Just one.
All right, so
What was the number again? I can't
1271.
remember. 1271.
Yep.
Acquire the knowledge necessary to design games. Gain 1 boost on this structure.
Nice. Can I have a boost?
Interesting.
Look at what's the thing in the corner mean?
That's how much that structure is worth. I don't know.
Does that count towards our credit?
No, I don't think it does. I think we actually have to have credits in hand to count to, because otherwise we nearly win.
Yeah. I see. Well, we would win.
I'm not sure what the boosts do.
That's a good
There may be
question.
another action on that card that let you do more with those boosts.
Maybe if I play or something.
And on the location cards, you can do multiple of those things from turn to turn. But that was it for 1271.
I gained knowledge
On how to design a game.
on how to design a game.
All right, it's back to me.
All right.
Well, my notebook, I think I have a space for an orange, a space for a purple thyme, and a space for a blue heart. I think that's going to help inform me what I want to do on the card. As much as I want to scale, I think I'm going to persuade.
Persuade what?
Which is, I don't know what I'm going to persuade. But it says...
Hello, fence.
It says persuade. Hey, fence, may I climb you?
I'm going to come through.
So...
How many?
Oh, I don't know how many. So it's the orange. Do you have the
I
orange
do
one?
have the orange book. What's your location or what is
It
it?
is location 403,
Okay.
Orange Persuade. Hopefully it's not a ton.
It's a challenge of one.
Challenge of one.
All right.
Actually, I was hoping it would be more than one.
I know, so we could wash all these die.
So, and what's it called?
It's called Persuade a Guard to Let You In. You may pay $1 to decrease...
Well, you can't tell me that part.
It's still in bold, and yes, I can.
Really?
Thank you very
Wow.
much.
Usually it's very brief in the bold.
Right, exactly. So you're only supposed to read the bold part, and then they take their die, they roll their die, and then you read the result.
I apologize.
Yes, thank you. All right. So you persuade a guard to let you in. You may pay $1 to decrease this cost to 0. You are broke, sir.
Nor
so-
would I spend any of our money, even if I had money. So I'm going to roll this.
All right.
Star. Well, I'm just going to put it right here on this orange section, which gives me a boost on the notebook card.
Nice. Whatever that means.
Well, I can eventually spend boosts off of this to do a thing.
Okay.
But I need 2 to do that.
All right. So the result is you convince the guard to let you into the mainframe. Go to interior 581.
Oh, interior 581.
Yeah, you're on the other side of the fence, sir.
Oh.
He says, welcome
Let's
to
look-
my interior.
Let's look for that card.
581.
There's a lot of cards to go through. Mm-hmm. Interior 581. I assume this is it.
Yeah.
All right. What I'm looking at, it says, without a sentient in sight, the factory appears to be fully automated. And what I'm looking at here is an interior, and it looks like some sort of robotics factory, like they said, automated, all these robotic arms. But it's interesting is, unlike the other areas we've been in, the options I have are exit, search, activate, craft, steal, or raid. Okay. And some of those icons are also in the picture. So for instance, steal has the corresponding icon up on, like, I don't know, what looks like maybe it's maybe it's money, or I don't know, or maybe it's a computer chip. The raid has an icon next to what looks like some sort of battery. And then the search looks like some sort of artifact. So those are my options, but I have to wait till my next turn to do that.
All right.
You're up.
Energy, huh? I mean, like a whole AI-powered or machine-powered joint.
It definitely looks like it's completely fully automated, but these things are just laying around. Like, none of these look like they're in use, except for the steel one looks like it's maybe in a panel. The other things are next to things laying what look like to be on the ground.
Interesting. I wonder if, like, the energy that the tuning forks are, putting off power said place.
Well, in the background, there's arms building something, and then I can't tell. There's like a white light, or it's just a door that's open
Okay.
to the outside. I'm not sure.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm hanging out at the casino.
Meanwhile, at the casino.
Meanwhile, at the casino, I'm having fun on the beach. I'm going to let you take care of our actions.
I'm going to try to win the game while Alicia gambles.
All right. Let's see. I do want to try to do more here.
What did you do before?
I
Acquire.
acquired.
Right?
So I acquired knowledge to
Design a game.
Design a game. That's right. I want to
What tokens do you have? What's the top blue one?
balance.
I wonder if that's like balance the books and get money from it. I don't know. Balance seems weird.
That does seem weird. That or study or play. Praise. What would you praise?
Praise?
Praise? Do you like pray to God that you win
That you
in your
win?
game?
Maybe.
All right. Duel. Fight. What if it's like like UFC championship fighting in the octagon in the middle of my casino? Okay. I think I'm going to, you know what? I do want to explore the whole balance thing.
It is a weird thing. Plus, you have a blue token.
I do.
Plus
Plus
you
I'm a
have
blue character.
Do it.
All
Balance.
right.
We're going to find out what balance means.
Is 1271.
1271. All right. Looking in the move book. 1271. Balance. It's a challenge of 2.
Nice. Oh, and because all of these die are gone and I have nothing to roll, everything gets washed and put back.
So all the
into
dice
the
go
pool.
back, and now we have all sorts of spaces for dice.
Look at all of this room for activities.
Are you ready? It is balance your personal and professional goals.
What?
This is a work-life balance.
Listen.
I wanted to balance our books and like cash out.
Right.
Balance your personal and professional goals. So it's a challenge of 2.
Okay.
You can spend a token, or you can just roll 2 dice.
I think I'm going to roll 2 die.
Well, you got a place for at least one of them, and I have a space. Oh no, you can't use that space.
No, that's okay.
I
That's
can.
okay.
I have a space for a star, so I
I'm
can
gonna
help.
play fast and loose, just like in a casino. Oh, this one was this one, and this one was this one.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Blanks are good in this game.
Pretty much.
All right. You take a deep look at your aspirations, motivations, and priorities, and you see a path forward just running your own business here. That's what she's going to do. She's not going to help us.
I know. I'm
However-
just going to run a casino.
However, she's going to gain a destiny. Gain destiny 1601. Place it in the center. You have completed it and may end the game when you're ready. And 1 boost on your character.
Well, let's take a look at that. 1601.
So get a boost on your character.
Okay.
1601.
Yeah.
1601. What's it say?
All right, set up shop. Have at least one business, a commerce, agriculture, or service structure. If you do, you may complete the destiny by reading 1601 in the Book of Secrets. I mean,
Is that one of those types?
I've done it. It's a goal, it's a destiny, and
Have at least one business. a
yeah, I
commerce-
have a service structure.
Oh, you do have a service structure.
I sure do.
Have at least one business account. If you do, you may complete the destiny by reading 1601 in the Book of Secrets. Now, see, this is one of those situations where we could just complete that destiny.
And would that win the game?
No, so here's the deal. If I'm remembering this correctly, if you complete a destiny, I think that will end the game. When you complete your mission, there are usually ways to complete it. You can kind of complete it, or you can choose to effectively not complete it, but you're also kind of completing it, in which case you can kind of continue on if you want to also do a destiny for that ultimate win.
Oh.
So we could do this to end the game, but you don't want us to do that. You want to see a little bit more of the game.
A little bit more.
So we might play one more round and then we'll do it. We'll see how things go. I'd hate for me to die on my next roll.
Yeah, if David dies on the next turn,
Or just rewind.
big
and
fat,
we'll-
I told you so.
Yes, exactly.
Don't read anymore, right?
Well, I wanted to read this because I think it helps explain that we did complete it. It says, gain destiny 1601, and then in parentheses it says, place it in the center. You have completed it and may end the game when you're ready.
Oh, when you're ready. Okay.
Yeah, so we can hold off on it. We don't have to do it. But when we're ready, we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, the game can go. We played it with 3 players. It went a little longer because it was 3 players, but also because we were just exploring and exploring and exploring.
Right.
And it's kind of fun to do that.
Absolutely.
So we're going to continue on a little bit more, but that is the end of your turn. There was no continue.
No continue.
But that's pretty sweet.
I know. I mean, it pays to play at the beach.
That might be our best game of this yet in terms of
know,
efficiency.
Spencer,
My son.
a lot. This was
that's
pretty
true.
clean, but he was like boom, 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 boom. He completed like a bunch of steps
In just a couple
like
turns.
3 turns.
Yeah. It was super fast. And
yeah.
he basically took it all upon himself to finish the game. He's a good gamer.
Yeah.
So it's back to me.
Yes.
And I'm in this place and I haven't decided what I'm going to do.
Raid.
No, I think I want to steal.
on.
Steal is yellow.
Raiding is stealing, but better.
Yeah, but yellow is stealing and safer.
Fine.
I have 2 yellow tokens, and I have no idea how difficult this is going to be. I have no place to put yellow dice. So
Fine.
let's do steal, which is yellow, in 581.
581. Stealing. All right.
By the way, don't steal in real life.
You should raid. All right, it is a challenge of 3.
Okay.
Steal the money. Yes, money. All right, steal the money as it is the most likely to not be missed.
I'm going to spend both of these yellow tokens so that I'm rolling just 1 die.
Right, because if you
and
roll...
if I roll an hourglass, I'm going to knock the camera over.
What's the symbol on your oh no, it's not that symbol. Okay, I was thinking maybe you had here, but
No,
you
the
don't.
only thing that would work for me is a star.
Okay.
A star, a setback, or even a health, honestly. The only thing we don't want to roll right now is time.
That's true. And cue the time.
It better not be. It's a star. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to slowly, just so you know that we're not cheating, I'm going to slowly grab it and pull it back onto screen. It is a star. It is morale. Oh, and I have a place for a star.
Rather
So
than going
I'm
down
going to
in
place
morale.
it right there.
Okay.
So what happens?
So
What did I
581.
steal?
Gain $8.
Boom.
You may push your luck to try to steal a far rarer item before you're caught red-handed. If you do, roll 3 skill dice up to 3 times, always rolling all dice. If the final result includes a pair or 3 of a kind, gain an item. In addition, the extra bonus for the 3 of a kind is to gain the 3 skills and $3.
Oh my gosh.
If not, you're caught in the act and you lose $8. Either way, we're going to exit.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, I might have to have you read that again.
Understood.
Secondly, if this were a live stream, we'd be asking you, what should we do? Because, like I said, we've got the destiny wrapped, right? My concern here is, though, is if we were going after our mission, the $8 in hand, what if, do I still get the $8? Or is it not? Is it instead? Does it say instead get this item and $3?
No, so you gain $8 and you may push your luck. But if you don't get a pair or a 3 of a kind, you lose $8.
Oh, you lose $8? I don't even have $8.
You have $8.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You stole $8.
Give me the $8.
Okay. So we got
It's a green and 3 grays. Oh, or purple and the gray. Hey, you're smarter. So we've got some money. I'm going to put it down here. $8. So that's not bad, actually, towards our 20.
Yep, that's not bad.
And I'm going to go ahead and push it.
So you may push your luck to try to steal a far rarer item before you're caught red-handed. If you do...
So this part goes slowly.
Okay. If you do, you're going to roll 3 dice
Skill
up to
dice?
3 times. Yep.
Okay.
Well, it says...
Oh, it's Yahtzee style.
skill dice. Yep.
So I'm rolling Yahtzee 3 of these skill dice.
So yeah, up to 3 times. So he's going to get 3 rolls, but you have to roll all of them. You can't just pick one up and roll.
Oh, really?
Yep. So roll 3 skill dice up to 3 times, always rolling all dice. Okay.
They thought of everything.
Sure did.
So I have to get at least 2 of a kind.
No, you have to get a pair or a 3 of a kind.
Yeah, I at least have to get a pair on one of these rolls. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Roll number 1.
Yep. Well, you've got a pair.
Blue? Is that blue?
No, you've got a pair.
And what do I get again with the pair?
You get an item. If it's a pair or a 3 of a kind, you gain an item.
And if it's 3 of a kind, I also get another $3.
So yeah, in addition, the extra bonus for a 3 of a kind is to gain 3 skills, or the 3 skills, and an additional $3.
Oh, you get the 3 skills and...
But you have to roll a 3 of a kind.
That seems crazy.
So it's a pair, you get your item. If it's a 3 of a kind, you get your item, 3 skills, and
$3
$3.
more bucks. I know you're out there saying, go, go, go. But rolling one roll and getting the same 3 seems highly unlikely to me. Therefore, I'm going to take my pair of move icons. I don't get any skills, but I get the item, and I don't get any extra money.
10-19.
10-19. Oh, I like getting items, that's for sure. 10-19 is...
All right.
Ooh, a seed. This does look, just so you know, like one of the things in the picture. I wonder if the other things are all the items I could have gotten just by raiding or by whatever else.
Interesting. It looks like a Fabergé grenade.
It does. A Fabergé, yeah, what she said. I'm going to go ahead and put that up here.
Does it really matter?
It doesn't normally matter, but I will tell you this, and we've had this in one of our games, where a card might say when you do a thing to add a boost to every card in that column.
Oh.
So you can kind of position your cards such that, like, if you want more on this, you could put a card that, like, kind of gives to the other cards accordingly. But at this point, we have no idea.
Sure.
The seed says, first of all, it's a place to put a time. And it says you cannot gain boost on this card until you choose a location where it will grow. So I have to find some place to plant this seed. Huh. Prismatic seed. If full, when you are on the chosen location, replace this card with 1696, which is going to be, I'm guessing, some sort of plant. That's cool.
Okay.
So I've got a seed and $8. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Well, actually, it says either way, exit to 492.
Oh, okay. 492.
So you've done stole stuff. Now you got to go.
492.
That's what it says.
By the way, I'm placing the cards over to the side here. I would normally be putting them back where they go, but we're trying to save you a lot of time with me over here in the box. So 492, you said?
Correct.
492. That's interesting. I figured it would just be the location that I was just at. So 492 is a new location that looks like I'm on maybe the snowy cliff. In fact, I am on the snowy cliff overlooking a sort of lowlands with like water and grass and a tower, a sentient made tower in the distance. And the traveler is speaking to me. It says, if you can safely slide down this steep, snowy hill, you'll find a reprieve from the frigid temperatures to the south.
Ooh, okay. Sounds like it would be a challenging steep.
It doesn't sound like a pleasant sled ride.
Whee!
Steep, it says. That's gonna hurt, probably.
All right. My turn?
It is. We're going to take at least a couple more rounds here just to show you a little bit more. But you get the idea of all the different things that can happen in this game.
All right. Should I ditch the casino and go walking around?
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, we've still built it, so it still exists.
Right.
As long as you don't have to be there, right?
I don't think so.
You have at least one business. Yeah, so yeah, leave it. Just keep it off to the side there.
All right, all right.
Which way are you going to go?
I think I'm going to go north, 145.
Oh, it's just 145?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. It's on the back of this card.
Okay.
Cards are two-sided, so I won't look. That's 145.
There's that back. Okay. A large, glowing sentient hovers above a curved stone. The hairs on your arms raise. It's all that energy humming about. All right.
So you went Which way direction did you
North.
go? Oh, so you went towards the tuning fork thing?
Sure did.
Okay.
All right.
Are you closer to it? Is the tuning fork still in?
You know what? Yeah, actually. So, like there was the rocky beach, and then there was a cliff that had the tuning fork, and now I'm up on that cliff right next to the tuning fork.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's your turn. You just moved and you're done.
Yeah. Oh, but I have to roll a die, right?
Oh yes, I'm sorry, you did. Oh, I'm not sure if we missed that. We may have missed that
If
one.
it told you to exit, but it wasn't your choice to do that, right?
Yeah, but did I roll a die when I moved before? Yeah, I did, I think.
I think so.
We may have cheated.
Check us. All right, it is a time.
Do you have any place for a time?
I do.
Oh, it is a
not.
blue action though. You could always do that.
Departing is always a blue action.
Yeah, departing and the blue actions are all move actions, so you could put it right there.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that.
I believe.
Oh,
that's the
and I
case.
gain a boost, right?
Yes, you would get a boost on that card. By the way, just so you know, all the characters have a boost action where you can spend 2 boost to get. Oh, we can spend 2 boost to get a money
Right.
or a blue skill token.
Okay.
Or we have at the bottom something that might be different. No, it looks like it's the same. You can spend 1 boost to re-roll one of your challenge dice and gain a skill token if it's unchanged.
Okay.
And my skill token is orange and yours is blue, so that's how it differs.
All right.
So that's your turn, right?
That was it. I departed.
All right. Let's see. Should I slide? Well, I did. Oh, slide is one of the options. Like literally, it's not a depart action. It says slide as the blue action. I could inspect. I can consult, repair, hijack, or cut. So cut is red. That's the only one I have a color for. Hijack. What would that possibly mean?
What did your thing say again?
If you can safely slide down this steep, snowy hill, you'll find a reprieve from the frigid temperatures to the south. Hijack?
What if you hijack a sled or a snowmobile?
That would be interesting.
David's a thief. He's going to hijack vehicles. This is unlike David, by the way.
The traveler is telling me to slide, though.
That's true. But it could be a much safer trip on a hijacked snowmobile.
You see how bad she is? All right. This is the last. Okay, if you're wrong about this, I'm going to go with my gut next time. I will hijack. It's yellow. I have no one has any yellow tokens. Wait a minute. Let's just think about this for a second. I have a place for a time and a star.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Feeling good?
Well, unless I have to roll 5 dice.
What's the number?
It's 492.
It's an adventure. All right, 492.
Can I just, before you say, you probably shouldn't play the way we're playing right now.
Absolutely, you should.
I mean,
This
you
is
can
fun.
take chances, and you could just reset and start over if you lose. But this is what we're doing. We've already said it. Hijack.
It's an
492.
adventure, David.
It is an adventure. Life is an adventure with Alicia.
Exactly. All right. So it is a challenge of 3,
Okay.
and you're gonna hijack a local's sled. I knew it. I knew it.
By the way, if that was too loud in your ears, if you're wearing headphones,
My bad.
I apologize. My bad. Okay, so it's 3.
3. Yep.
So it has to be 3 because we have no yellow tokens. So what we don't want, I have 1 place for an hourglass. I have 1 place for a star.
Okay.
And
No time. No time. Oh, but remember, you can re-roll if you spend a boost.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
That's true. Reroll. Okay. Boom. That works. So these 2 go down here.
Yep.
I don't have any place for a heart, not for a yellow one. So that one's going to go down there too, and I'm going to lose a health.
I like
But
it.
I hijacked the sled
I told you.
from
All
some
right.
poor kid just trying to sled.
Hey. All
What
right.
happens?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. All right. It says, your selfish gesture
Ooh.
draws the ire of the owner of the sled A circuit sentient who makes their living transporting people down the mountain.
Oh my gosh, I'm awful.
Either keep the sled for yourself or simply pay $3 to the sentient to transport you downhill.
Okay. You're going to learn a little bit of something. You're going to learn a little something about old David here. And
I didn't
Alicia.
even tell you everything.
Alicia knows. Oh, I'm not done?
So it says either keep the sled for yourself.
Yeah.
So you would gain the vehicle.
Keep the sled for myself.
Listen.
With the ire of this sentient.
You would gain the sled and a curse.
Oh.
Or you can pay homeboy $3. But remember, we need money to win said game.
I know, but I'm going to just ask you to tell them what you think.
David is 100% going to pay them money. He's going to be like, I'm sorry.
I am sorry.
You weren't sorry about stealing from the other joint when you got the Fabergé egg.
It was automated. This is sentient. I'm going to give the money back. And I know you're probably thinking, yeah, you're trying to get money. We got the destiny in our back pocket.
That's fair.
I'm playing with house money here, literally. All right, so
okay.
I'm paying the guy. Hopefully they're friendly now.
What number was it? Oh, yes, here we go.
492 hijack.
492. So you're going to gain vehicle 931. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, my bad.
Spoiler alert.
My bad.
If you're a jerk, you'll gain a vehicle.
You'll gain the sled. That's not a spoil. Anyway, let me see. Either way, go north to 351.
Oh, just go north to 351?
That's what it says. Yep. And I don't think you'd have to roll a die because you're not departing.
No, the other one says do that and gain the sled.
So if you decided to keep the sled and not pay dude, you would keep the sled.
And still do this.
And get a curse.
And still do this, though.
Yeah, either way, you would still go down.
So what was it?
351.
351.
So yeah, you're either going down with dude for $3 or you're going down with your stolen sled and a curse. Whee!
I will sleep well tonight. Knowing that guy's still transporting other people up and down the hill.
All right.
Oh, this is a much more pleasant environment. There's a little fellow, it looks like a robotic fellow, some sort of sentient, fishing, as robots would, in a little like watery area, a lot of grass around. In the sky is like this diamond-shaped obelisk type thing.
Okay.
That has the symbol on it as corresponding. It's an upside-down version of the enlist, which is the yellow action. It says, a sentient hums to themselves as their fishing line grows taut. And I have, one of the actions is to push.
Shove dude in the water. Yes.
This game is just tempting people to be jerks. Push, learn, talk, assist. That's me. That's what I'm going to probably do. But that's the next turn. So go one more time, then I'll go, then you'll go one more time, and then wherever we're at, if we haven't done any more, we'll do our destiny.
Perfect. Okay, so in my location, remember I'm on the cliff next to my tuning fork of energy, and I can approach, I can spy, I can ask, heal, siphon, or smash.
The red one is always very aggressive. Is there a person with the tuning fork or no? Is it just you?
It just,
and the tuning fork?
It says a large glowing sentient hovers above a curved stone.
Oh.
The hairs on your arms raise. So I don't know if like the sentient is the sort of purple energy or if they're like...
it says an energy sentient, right?
Yeah. So
it probably is.
Yeah, it's like an electricity.
So what are your options again? And you have a blue or an orange and a purple token. I have a red, but that's for smashing. Don't smash.
All right, I can approach, spy, ask, heal, siphon, or smash. I'm inclined to approach or ask.
Pick. Are either of those one of these colors?
Yes, both.
Do that one.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and ask. I'm going to be like, what's going on, homie? What you doing?
All right, so what number is it?
It is orange 145.
Orange 145. Okay. Orange 145.
Yeah.
Ask the sentient what they're doing. Hey.
What's going on?
What you doing?
Hey, fella.
It is a 1 challenge.
Oh, all right.
Rolling the die.
Heck yeah. Ooh.
Oh, wasting some time. Do you have a time thing? I do not have a time thing for you.
That's cool. I'm cool. It's cool, bro.
Okay. Things start to get a little looser when we know we have destiny already locked and loaded.
Exactly.
You said 145, right?
Correct.
Ask the sentient what they're doing. The sentient replies that they belong to a special sect of energy sentients who can distribute their energy across great distances to specific targets. It's up to you whether you want to help others or take energy for yourself. Gain 1 boost and continue.
Ooh. So could I power my casino?
I don't know that. It's up to you whether you want to help others or take energy for yourself. What are your other actions? Because that will probably, some will probably be greedy and some will probably be not greedy.
On my location?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Oh, that's right. So I would be able to do another action on this location.
Yes.
Okay. Approach, spy, heal, siphon, which I'm going to guess is keep for myself. Or
Siphon
smash.
sounds greedy.
Siphon sounds like stealing.
I've never heard siphon used in a helpful way.
He's so judgy. When he stole, remind you.
Hey, you were supportive of that at the time.
That's true. But yeah.
You wanted to raid.
You would have got more stuff.
Maybe. All right. What are you going to do? The only thing you can't do is what you just did, which is ask.
Yeah. Well, none of these other ones lend to helping others other than healing, which I don't need to do unless it's a healing other people, or I can spy on other people. I can approach other people, maybe?
Spy also doesn't seem helpful. Healing is the only, nice thing. And what's the fourth one?
There's approach and...
Smash. Smash would also not be. So, up to you.
I think I'm going to...
Bum, bum, bum.
I'm going to approach.
What color is that?
Blue.
Okay.
145.
145 blue is...
Uh-oh. Big challenge?
It is approach the sentient with extreme caution.
Well...
And it's a challenge of 5.
Snap. But...
You do have a blue token.
I do have a blue token, and... So if I spent the blue token, I would just roll these 4.
Oh, so this is interesting.
Right. Otherwise, we might be able
if
to
you
wipe
don't
some of these
spend
clean.
the blue token, you have to roll 5, thereby making us, although we only have a couple dice assigned.
That's true, but those are 2 spaces that would help us.
They are. Why don't, I think it's a good idea.
All right.
So we're not going to spend the blue token, so all the dice are going to refresh because she would need 5 and there was only 4.
Okay.
But now you have to roll 5. Don't get time.
I'm going to be like, it's going to be all this static energy, and
So
I'll be like, zip!
I can help with 1 star, and you can have a star.
And a blue.
And anything. So roll stars or blanks.
I got 1 blank.
2 blanks.
2 blanks.
A setback.
Setback, and 2
Oh,
hearts.
2 hearts?
I can take
Well, you're going to use one of them.
For sure.
Which gives you a boost.
Gives me another boost. Excellent.
Oh, you could. Oh,
I could spend
to re-roll.
To re-roll 1, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do.
Spend a boost and re-roll that one.
Oh, it's
a
time.
Time.
That's not great. But I can't do that multiple times, right?
I don't know. Re-roll one of your challenge dice, gain. I think you could as long as you want.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's a blank.
That was not much of a roll.
I dropped it.
That's
it
fine.
rolled.
And we are going to pause for a second to check that rule. We checked the rules, and you can use as many boost tokens as you want, so we played correctly.
All right.
It doesn't say that, but it doesn't say
you can't.
Otherwise that you can't. So we're just going to interpret it that way for now. Let us know in the comments below if we cheated. So what you overcame?
Successfully approached.
Oh, that's right.
At 145.
This was blue?
Yep.
Blue approach 145. I put the book away after all of that.
You know.
1, 4, 5. Approach the sentient with extreme caution. The power emanating from the sentient is palpable, and the last thing you want to do is startle them. You circle around the front where you think their face is, and to your delight, they seem happy to meet you. They explain that they belong to a special sect of energy sentients who can distribute their energy across great distances to specific targets. They kind of told you this a second
I
ago.
feel like I've learned that for the third time.
It's up to you whether you help others or take energy for yourself.
No. Well,
Wait, isn't this what you did?
It's like a waste of a turn.
Did you
asked before.
Oh, you asked before. So this is similar, but it's legal. You can continue. Gain either 1 help or 1 take. So it's a green or a yellow token.
I'm going to do green.
Then it says you may continue. You don't have to, but you may.
All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll heal. It's
What
a
color is
green
that?
action. 145, please.
Your turns are long.
I'm just saying.
She gets to do a lot on this one. So
I
what's the number
win
again?
games. I take turns.
145.
145.
145. Heal is a 3.
Okay.
Heal your friends or yourself. Oh, interesting. So this is probably going to do something up here.
Yeah. Which
I wish it
you
were
could use.
giving me more time, but yes.
Oh, no, that's the heal is the heart, right?
Probably. I haven't read, but it probably is.
Probably.
So it's a green 3. You could spend that to do a green 2 if you want.
I will go ahead and do that and roll 2 die.
Roll well.
And then my own time, or I can spend a QB. Boost, rather. I'll go down on my own health.
Okay.
That's not bad.
All right. So, heal your friends or yourself. The sentient offers either to heal you or to distribute their healing powers to your friends. Choose one. Heal yourself, gain 3 health. Heal your crewmates. Each other player gains 1 health, and you gain 1 morale.
Ooh. Well, are we friends?
I feel like I'm at least a crewmate, it says.
That's true. All right, crewmate. I'll go ahead and I will heal you.
So I get a health, and you get a morale.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still low on time.
I just love that I'm the good guy in this game and David's not.
Good guy. I didn't steal the slide.
You stole.
Or hijacked
You
the
did hijack,
Never-
and then dude caught you, and he was like, "Bruh," and then he wanted $3.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Well, he wanted $3 for the ride, his service of taking me down the hill.
Yeah, he was just. Big.
I was,
He was mad the entire time.
And I said to him, I was just getting the sled ready. I wasn't.
What? Who, me? I don't steal.
Did you think I was?
Definitely don't ask the security guard who let me inside.
I
over
definitely
there.
wasn't hijacking this. All right, it is back to me.
Tis.
Okay, reminder, I'm at a little pond. There's a guy fishing. I can push, learn, talk, assist, which is in my nature. Or enlist, or I can fish. And fishing is a red. I'm kind of interested in fishing. Although his line, it says, a sentient hums to themselves as their fishing line grows taut.
Maybe he's caught a really big fish and he needs someone to be like, oh.
My instinct would be to help him reel it in. But green is not exactly, so none of us have green tokens.
Yeah.
I have 2 places for potential time and stars. I'll do it. I'm going to assist.
You're going to help him? Even though.
Assist.
All right.
So it is a green on 352.
All right. Let's see if help pays off.
Yeah, there's not always a correct answer.
All right. It's a challenge of 2. Assist the sentient.
Okay. That's all it says?
That's what it says.
All right. We don't want...
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Just
really matter.
roll.
We're safe.
Time and time.
Time and time.
You got a time right there.
I
on
know.
Your Fabergé egg.
I'm going to put one of them there. This other one would knock me down to 0.
You can re-roll with a boost,
I'm going
sir.
to get rid of a boost and re-roll this one. Here.
Or you can,
I'm going to reroll another with a boost.
Because the book says we didn't.
There we go.
Boom!
Star.
All right.
Mitigated.
Let me see. 352?
352 assist.
They toss a net woven bag at you, and soon they're filling it with fish. When they're done, they say that you're welcome to keep either the net or some fresh fish. If you keep the net, you gain item 911, or if you keep the fish, you gain 1 morale and a health.
Ooh. I just want to see another item. And we're gonna wrap up soon here. So what's the item?
911.
911.
911. It's an emergency net.
Does it say emergency net, or are you just making a joke?
I am making a 911 joke, sir.
That's fine.
Catch up. All right.
911 is fishing net. I'm gonna put this right here. This has some interesting stuff. Oh, cool. During a fish action,
Okay.
roll 1 extra skill die. So we don't know how fishing works, but you're rolling skill dice
All right.
to do it. It has a place for a red time. Also has an, so this is an interesting space. For a die at the bottom is a yellow action, and it specifically says catch. So that space is only usable if you're on a location that has a yellow action, or if you have another action somewhere that says catch in yellow. So this is one of those things, is once you have an item like this in your display, you want to look carefully at the cards and locations you go to, because if you have catch, you've got a nice little boost to doing that. The action at the bottom here is a green challenge of 3 to craft a more advanced item, where I would reserve this card, putting it off to the side, and I would gain either a small fish trap, a spring trap, or a vented jacket.
A vented jacket?
Like I made a jacket out of the
gills?
net. Or maybe the fish. Maybe the fish. I assumed it was out of the net itself.
It's a jacket with gills.
That's true. It probably is a jacket with gills.
He's like, I'm a fish dude.
Maybe I could swim better with that. But that was my action on this location. Right. So Alicia's going to take one more turn. Should you just complete the destiny?
Yeah, like I did turns ago.
So we're ready. We had our fun. We wandered around the planet. We'd set the destiny in motion. And what's it say now then? So that's what you're going to do?
Yep. If I do, I may complete the destiny by reading 1601 in the Book of Secrets.
Do you want to take one last action, or do we want to just do that?
Let's do it. Let's see what 1601 Book of Secrets says.
Okay, we're going back to the Book of Secrets. By the way, before we read this, what we didn't show you is this here, the Book of Vantages. There are various things. In one of our other games, we were able to reference a page in this book that showed like a whole map of the region that we were in, so that we could kind of get a sense for like, oh, I think I must be here based on what my card looks like, based on what the topography looks like. And there are all sorts of things. You can actually even find each other, because we are on the same planet. You can end up at the same location. And in fact, spoiler alert, there are some missions that involve you needing to find another one of the survivors. So you kind of have to find it. But we didn't get to the Vantages. But the Book of Secrets, what was it again?
1601.
1601 is, and this is going to be the end of this one, so if you don't want this spoiled, you can turn off the video right now, but if you do, do all the things, like and subscribe. But 1601 says, entrepreneurs at heart. That's this one, 1601?
That's what it says.
Book of Secrets, okay. Because it's kind of consistent with this, too.
Sure, I mean, I've set up shop.
Oh, that's right. Entrepreneurs at heart, you're proud to get your hands dirty every day to serve your customers and earn your keep on this planet. The game ends and you achieve an epic victory if you also completed the mission, which we didn't.
Did not.
But we still feel pretty epic. Otherwise, it is impressive that you survived long enough to control your destiny, and your knowledge of the planet will benefit you in the future. And that is sort of our end of the game. And again, this book has all sorts of endings. So as you can see, if you hadn't seen a playthrough of this, and there's plenty of videos out there on this right now, so if you want to see others, go check them out. But this game is a complete sandbox, and I haven't played a ton of those other games that I mentioned, like Seventh Continent and things like that. But I do believe, at least for me, I've never played a game that truly felt like it was just absolutely wide open.
It's very choose your own adventure.
I've played this now 4 times, and we've never done anything like this. I don't want to spoil some of the other things, but I can tell you this. Some of the other things that have happened were bonkers. There was a little envelope that was sealed in this box in one of our plays. I don't know, was it with you?
I don't think so.
I don't want to remind you on camera, but we opened up that, and there were very unique cards that served a very unique purpose in that game. There was a game where we repaired a ship. It's wild what this game does. So if you have any questions at all about it, if you caught us making any mistakes or cheating, I don't think we did.
Or stealing or hijacking.
No, I don't mean that. We
I mean,
did that for
successful
sure.
entrepreneur, thief.
I think they know who encouraged who.
Bad influence, successful entrepreneur. Thief.
Those usually go hand in hand. Successful entrepreneur and a little shady. Anyway, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.